What's up, YouTube and Unreal developers? In this video I'm going to try and show you how you can set up your iOS project for distribution, including signing, setting up your certificates, identifiers, etc., managing the settings in Xcode, all that good stuff. Before I get into it, please do like, share, and subscribe if this video helps you, or even better yet, if you would go check out my new iOS game on the App Store called Aerial Raider, and you can get an idea of what an iOS game built from Unreal Engine looks like on the App Store. But anyway, let's get into the actual tutorial here. So, I'm going to go ahead and assume you've already created an application. That's kind of the easy part here. Go on the App Store Connect, create your application, make sure you have an app ready to go, even if there's nothing set on it yet. Then come in the certificates, identifiers, and profiles from the Apple Developer Portal, not the App Store Connect portal, the Apple Developer Portal. So there's a few things we need to do in here. First off, we're going to need to go ahead and create a certificate for distribution. So create an Apple distribution certificate, and then it's kind of funny actually, you actually have to create a certificate yourself. You need to go in your keychain access, and you go into the login ones. And there's this little button here at the top, create a new keychain item, and it will ask you a few items here, and you just put these in, and this is how you can create a certificate request. And once you do that, then you can continue, and that should, I think, give you a way to download the certificate. Been a little while since I've done that, but it's pretty straightforward. Let's see. Identifiers, this part, you need to do this before you try to set up a profile. So your identifiers, these are very important. So, you want an App IDs identifier. I feel like they've actually changed this since I last did it a few months ago. So select an app. And then here is where you can select all of your capabilities for your game, where they have game sign with Game Center, sign with Apple, etc. All this good stuff. So any services you need, you can go ahead and set them up in here, and do try to think of what you're going to need, because if you have to come in and add them later, you have to regenerate your provisioning profile and go and add that in Xcode. It's just a minor nuisance, so try and add in there anything you need right now if you can, if you know what you're going to need. So give it a description, give it your bundle ID, the same as your bundle ID for your application that you're going to have the whole time. Anyway, once you get your identifier fully set up, come into profiles. Now profiles will be looking for those identifiers. So I think this is going to be App Store Connect, if I recall. Then you select your app, and then it'll let you link this up. I'm not going to link these up, but once you get your provisioning profile generated, you should be able to download that provisioning profile. And that's pretty much the few steps we need in here in the developer portal. Once you have your profile downloaded, now we can come into our project settings and the Xcode settings and do a couple things in here. So first off, make sure you go and put that provisioning profile in the root of your project. You want to make sure that's in your project, nice and safe somewhere. Now come into your Xcode projects, make sure you're using modernized Xcode, and then make sure you fill out your Apple Dev account team ID, your bundle ID, all this good stuff, but make sure automatic code signing is unchecked, and then you can put your signing identity and signing identity for iOS, tvOS to Apple distribution. You can select your provisioning profile here, but if this doesn't work, we can go and do this in Xcode too. Let's see. See, that's pretty much the main things to know here. This is not completely relevant, but I think the minimum iOS version and Metal version defaulted to iOS 17. You can actually peel these back to 16, and it works. Still should distribute just fine, but that will allow your users to go all the way back to an iPhone 8. So just something to consider. That's the main things for in Unreal Engine. Now in Xcode, here Unreal Engine has some issues packaging entitlements. So if you're ever having issues with something like signing with Apple or Game Center, try packaging your project from Xcode. Package it for shipping or whatever you need. And then once it's packaged, you can come into your intermediate files, project files, iOS, open up the Xcode project, and then you can manually add your capabilities in here if they're not getting packaged correctly into the game. And then you can product, archive, and then you go window, organizer, and this is where you can actually distribute your application, whether you build it from Unreal Engine or if you re-archive in Xcode. Either way, it will go to this window, and this is where you can actually distribute it. Let's see. I think that's pretty much the main things. There's a lot that goes into setting up iOS and any mobile project in general. These are the main things, but if there's anything else that I missed or that you're having trouble with, please do reach out in the comments. I will do my best to help you. And as always, thanks for watching. And again, please do like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, or go check out Aerial Raider on the App Store. Thanks so much and have a good day.